I look forward to really having y'all here today. And you're probably going, why is a mortgage guy teaching me how to do real estate? And it's one simple thing, really, kind of when my career started back in 1994. I was 12 years old and just kind of worked my way really through the mortgage industry. And then in 2000, in 2011, found out that I worked for another company at the time and found out I had a good skill set for connecting with people and driving business. You have to know your value. And what I mean by your value is, as salespeople, as agents, we tend to, we go into meet our clients, whether it's a listing presentation or a seller's presentation, so seller's consultation. So we tend to go on in and say, okay, we're sales, we got this. We go on in and then we ask our questions, our discovery, and then once we kind of get all that information of what they have, what they're looking for, things like that, we tend to, I use the word vomit on them. Basically, we regurgitate the words right back out to them on what they said. And they're like, okay, you ready to go? And they may say yes, they may say no. Do you all know last time a customer or you had a client say yes to working with you? Do you know exactly what you said to make them say yes? If you don't, how can you repeat it? And that's where really you have to know your value when you come into it. So many times we show up to the table and we wing it because we're sales. Rather, we need to know what we're bringing to the table before we show up. So it starts off, of course, by knowing our values. What are we good at? What are we bringing to the table? So anytime as you're building your value, you know what you're bringing to the table, doing your value proposition, you always want to connect your features with the benefit. And I'll tell you right now, the benefit must tie to their time or their money, because that's all they care about. How long is this going to take? How much is it going to cost? Or how much am I going to save? You got to know your market. Basically, when I say know your market, two parts to that. One, who is your client? I know everyone is your client. And at any point in time, you could grab a client because you should. A lot of times we have, who's my client? Here's what I'm going to do. When if we take the blinders off, we can find a lot of clients. That's why I say, always wear your name tag. Because if you wear your name tag during your work, like if you stop at the grocery store and you're going up, someone looks at your name tag, they just invited themselves into a conversation. Sorry, Corey Knight, real estate agent. So since I'm on the clock, you own a home? You want to own a home? You want to sell it? It's okay to ask that question because you're on the clock. That's what you do. That's how you get business. And so, who is your client? Really, you do kind of want to market into some area, okay? And really, that brings to the second point in that is what is your target area? I mean, I'd love to sit there and say, well, my target area is all of Atlanta. My problem with that is I can't market to all of Atlanta. I could put myself out there to all of Atlanta, but if I really want to get business, where do I specialize? Know who's your clientele, where are you going with it, things like that. Then, of course, where's your target market? You need to know your market and where you're going to market and show that you are the expert in that area. That's where we go on into to the third point, which is know your marketing. Yes, I'm sure a lot of y'all have a CRM system and everyone has their own way about doing it because email is great. Email is to me, it's just a great touch point. But if you're like me in the morning, when I grab my phone and I open up email, I press the top one until they all kind of have the little box beside and I go tap, 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 delete. So really what you want to do is you want to get active with your people. The nature of the relationship always changes when you have a face to put to it. So for an example, let's say you just talked to a client on the phone, they got your information and you kind of went through your little spiel with them, and then they're like, okay, well, I'll follow up with you on this tomorrow. As soon as you hang up, you do a little selfie video going, hey, this is Corey Knight here, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me about your real estate needs. I really look forward to helping you and your family and move and make this new journey to a new location. And I'll be look forward to talking tomorrow. Thanks and have a great day. You're talking like 15 seconds, and then all of a sudden you hang up with them. A video from you shows up a few minutes later. It changes it. It's not like just another voice on the phone. It's like, wow, I wouldn't. That was unique. I wasn't thinking about that. In fact, you may even go, oh, Corey, that'd be creepy. Well, guess what? They'll remember you either which way. So you want to leverage your database in unique ways that make you stand out from every other agent. So know your value, know your market, and know your market aim. Those are the three things that will change your business.